Thank you, sir. The morning light has flooded my eyes. This is the message of my heart. The face is bent from above. The eyes look down on my eyes, and my heart has touched the page. Professor Rafiul Islam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Alia University. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dr. Jyoti Ratan Ghosh, the convener of the conference, the main backbone. Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
The tradition for sadhu, sadhu. This is a heritage. Now this is the Professor Shubir Viswa, General Secretary, Indian
Sadhu, sadhu.
Vice Chancellor, Alipurduar University. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Professor Amit Bhattacharya, the Director, ACIRR and Finance Officer, Visva-Bharati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Professor Borun Mukhopadhyay, President, Indian Anthropological Society. Professor Rafiul Islam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Alia University. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dr. Jyoti Ratan Ghosh, the convener of the conference, the main backbone. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. Such in the pleasure, the frail vessel throw and jest, again and again, and flightless endeavor with fresh life. সেই ইন্টারভিউ থেকে আপনি বারবার ফিরে যেতে হচ্ছে রবীন্দ্রনাথের কথায়। আমাদের ফর্মাল ইনোগ্রেশন আমাদের ডিগনিটারিজ যারা আছেন তারা বললেন এখানকার তথ্য অনুযায়ী আমরা একটু সবাই বলবো সাধু সাধু সাধু। Shantiniketan is famous for unique festivals such as Poush Mela, Basanta Utsav, and Nandar Mela, and many more. In 1923, Shantiniketan was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its outstanding contribution to education, culture, and humanities. On behalf of the organizing committee, on behalf of Visva-Bharati, I would like to express the warm welcome. Today, one request. Deva Om Purnamada Purnamidam Om Shahana Bhavatu Om Sharvisham Shastri Vastu Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Om Samanamitra Samabharuna Om Mangame Manasi Pratistita Om Shanti Rakha Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti. Today you are on 27th November 2025, Bangladesh Doshoi Ograhan 1432, you were in the world famous heritage place in Shantiniketan, the place of Rabindranath Tagore, the Visva-Bharati, the historic place Visva-Bharati founded by Rabindranath's father Rabindranath as a peaceful retreat. We're so lucky, and the Department of Anthropology, the Visva-Bharati, and Anthropological Society and Anthropological Survey of India. We are lucky enough and we are thankful that today this conference we are able to organize here. The Rabindranath Tagore later developed it into a center of progressive learning, emphasizing freedom of thought, creativity, and closeness to nature. Visva-Bharati established in 1921 and later became Central University.
Vice Chancellor, Aliyah University, Professor Kishore Priya Basha, Professor Varun Mukhopadhyay, Professor Subir বিশ্বাস, Professor Amit Hazra, Professor Swarit Kumar Chaudhary, Dr. Jagdirathan Ghosh, dignitaries of the dais, dear participants and students. It is really an auspicious moment for us that is the first time in association with the Indian Anthropological Society and Anthropological Survey of India and the Department of Anthropology Visva-Bharati is jointly organizing this 3-day international conference. On behalf of Visva-Bharati, as well as the Principal, the Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences, Visva-Bharati, I welcome you all in this auspicious occasion and celebration. Shantiniketan is a place really in association with the thought of the abode of peace, founded by Rabindranath Tagore. The seminar topic is Praxis on Anthropology with Human Development. Very important topic, keeping in mind the present needs of our globe. Because the human development is very pertinent if we think with all other development. 4 terms are deeply associated in this theme of the said conference, that is Praxis, Anthropology, Human and Development. Generally, we consider development, that is the economic development. But from economic angle, most of the people in different countries also, they are thinking that our economic development is only the parameter by which we can think our or judge our development. But generally it is not. According to Rabindranath Tagore or the tradition of Visva-Bharati, human development means all-rounded. That development not only confined to economical aspect or GDP improvement or human index development, rather it is the all-round development of the society, where education, where health, where culture, where languages are intimately connected to one another. Anthropology as a subject, which basically think about the progress and development of human being. That's why the term anthropo is a Greek term, and logo related to logos of Latin terms. Anthropology is science or Vidya or education or study of man. It is a very complex matter. Who is man? first time, so far as I know, that Babul people, illiterate people, and singers, they were very much conscious about it. মানুষ কবে সেই কথাটা আজও হয়। That's why we are also sometimes telling আমার ছেলেটাকে মানুষ করতে পারলাম। When a human being will be a man, according to Rabindranath Tagore, human being has two aspects. One is finite aspect, another is infinite aspect. Finite aspect, that is which will confine to my self and aham, selfness is everywhere, which in his terminology called choto I, small I, and infinite aspect, which is the surplus in man according to Rabindranath Tagore, that is boro I or bigger I. So it needs that transcending of finite I and elevating myself for each and every aspect of human being, to elevate for each and every human being should elevate that infinite aspect. Whenever we confine ourselves in our only finiteness, then it will be in his terminology, যখন তুমি আপনি ছেলে একা, আপনাকে তো হয়নি তোমার দেখা, তাই আপন হতে বাহির হয়ে বাইরে দাঁড়া, চিত্ত মাঝে বিশ্বলোকে পাবি সারা। When we transcending ourselves, our finite aspect will elevate in the infinite aspect, that is the boundaryless. That is the intention of human being. Human development basically, that is the combination of physical aspect, mental aspect, and according to our traditional Upanishad and Gita, that is our divine aspect, which Western people are not conscious about it. But first time in the annals of human history and in our civilization, it has been appreciated and also articulated that development of our inner self is much more great. So human development not only confined to our economic development, not only confined to our cultural development, not only confined to our only education, not only in our languages, but it is the admixture. At the same time, human development means the development, all round development, and it was have been started by the Jacob. So all round development of human being. We, the people, that not only the per capita income is the index of measuring the development. Not only the big building has to be regarded as the development of a society, of a country. Rather, the cultural development and human development, which is much more important. We have no scarcity of money. We have no scarcity of building. We have no scarcity of cars. But however, we are not in peace because conflict are every day increasing. Bloodshedding are increasing every day. All we know, how we can stop our moral obligations, which is purely not the outside compulsion of anything, rather the compulsion of inner body, inner things, which is inherent of each and every human being. That potentiality is lies each and every human being of the society, irrespective of caste, creed, and religion. Therefore, the praxis, that means not only to saying all these things, praxis, that means it needs to be practiced in our society, each and every moment, each and every day, each and every aspect, each and every task, each and every deed of the society. Otherwise, we can only prepare our law. We can pass many parliamentary law, but it will not be efficacious and effective in our society without the inner obligation of human being. It is purely development means normative development. So anthropology as a subject. So I am not a student of anthropology. By acting as a student of philosophy, it is the turning need of our society, unless or until the development of human being, development of man, society never be created as a developed society. So cultural, educational, health, and as well as the social needs language everywhere without any discrimination of caste, creed, and religion. All we are the descendant of same divine entity. We'll have to realize it because that is the Islamic reason Sarvam Jatinti Jagatanto Bengali Mujita Mahita Pasti. That means you should live in the society not indulging your needs, rather mitigating your needs. They protect your Mujita. That is also in the Holy Quran, in the verse Surah 3, where Lakad Khalaqnal Insana, two terms have been used there. One is Insan, another is Adam, another is Nas. Nas 3. Adam is the divine creation, Insan, all we know, and Nas also, pronounced to Insan. That is, Lakad Khalaqnal Insana fi ahsani taqweem. I have created human being with the highest potential. Summa radadnahu asfala safilin. But he is the lowest of the low. He will not follow the good and virtuous activity. He will be treated as good, lowest of the low. So each and every religion and each and every human being, it is the duty to perform that. We have to follow linguistic differences of the earth, but the inner thought and the ultimate truth is one. So I think this 3-day international conference will give some messages to us so that we can develop ourselves fast. Then we will initiate movement to develop our society. Once again, on behalf of Visva-Bharati and Bhavana, I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, sir, for the inaugural speech. Professor Muhammad Sirajul Islam, the Principal Visva-Bharati and Head of the Department of Philosophy and Comparative Religion and Anthropology. Now, this is the time. Professor Suvir Biswas, the General Secretary, Indian Anthropological Society, for delivering the concept of this conference. Professor Suvir Biswas is a very senior anthropologist and professor and head of Department, West Bengal State University, and General Secretary of Indian Anthropological Society.
Thank you, Vishnu, chairperson of the session, dignitaries on the dais, and of the dais also, my colleagues, dear students, and ladies and gentlemen. So I know that all of you are waiting for technical session, for keynote lecture, for different award giving ceremony, etc., etc. So it will be a very short one. So about our society, for who are not a member of our society, it is one of the oldest anthropological society, not only in India, I think worldwide. I can find 3 or 4 such society which may be older than our society. The first one is Society de Anthropologie de Paris. It was founded by Paul Broca. Then Anthropological Society of London. Then it's transformed to Anthropological Institute of Britain and Ireland. And third one is American Anthropological Association. Fortunately or unfortunately, there was an Anthropological Society in India also, Anthropological Society of Bombay or something, but during 1972 or 73, it stopped function. So, our society was registered in 1958. Regarding our journal, it's you know that it's a UGC FTR listed journal we are publishing since I forgot, probably since 1966. So this is again a
quest for human advancement. He initially founded the Brahmacharya Vidyalaya and subsequently the Visva-Bharati as university. The essence of his educational philosophy is mirrored in the Shantiniketan phase, while its practical manifestation is evident in the Shantiniketan phase. Respected Umadi will speak on this, I think. In the
of Rural Reconstruction, 1922 to 41. Professor Uma Dasgupta is a dean from University of Oxford, historian and Tagore biographer. Educated at Presidency College, Calcutta, and the University of Oxford, UK, she taught at Rutherford University, Calcutta, and Visva-Bharati University, Shantiniketan, and the Indian Statistical Institute for Calcutta as Delhi. She headed the United States Educational Foundation in India for the Eastern region from 1984 to 1999. She held the Visiting Fellowship at the University of Oxford, UK, 1993 to 94, 2002 to 2004, was a Fulbright postdoctoral fellow at Columbia.
Shameful thing that I should spend my days as a landlord, counting my profit and loss. He also wrote, "At present I am preoccupied with the problems of our village society. I have made up my mind to provide an example of rural reconstruction work in our own Zamindari." He wrote, "From that time forward, I continually endeavored to find out how the villagers' minds could be aroused so that they could themselves accept the responsibility for their own lives." If we merely offer them help from outside, it would be harmful to them. The critical question was to find out how they could be stirred to life.
And concentrate for time. There again, 3-4 sentences. If one really wanted the justification of the topic of the seminar, Praxis of Anthropology, this is the best example of the deliberation of the whole 3 days, I believe, that would justify the title of the seminar. The application of acquired knowledge for certain purposes with the involvement of people around. Second is, just 2 weeks back from now, today is 27, 13th November 1930. Most of you know. Tagore's receipt of Nobel Prize. And incidentally, 27th November of 1895 was the day when Alfred Nobel issued his Nobel Prize award declaration. If I am wrong, kindly give me correction. The third, under this in a lighter vein,